Alright, we're back. Something I want to talk about real quick here. I just noticed happened after I got my tuners from Musician's Friend. I was putting these on and I noticed that the posts were really small. Like, okay, how am I going to get string around that? And what I thought I was going to have to do, which is what I usually do, the way that I string my guitar isn't really how most people do it. What I will do is I will, instead of on a Floyd Rose, cutting off the ball and putting it down on the trem end, like in here, cutting off the ball and putting it in there and stringing it up, what I do is I string the ball end through the peg. So I would just pull the string all the way through here, and then the ball would be on the back of this peg, so I have to do basically no winding. And then I would pull it down to the trem, leave like about an inch. No, if you want to wind it, you leave about an inch above the 12th fret, but if you don't want to wind it, that's fine also. But then I'm looking through here, and I was looking through these pegs, and I'm like, I don't see any light. So I was like holding it up to the light, and I couldn't see any light coming through the holes, and so I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then I realized the Musician's Friend had sent me locking tuners, or machine heads, which doesn't make sense on a Floyd Rose system. It's already got a double lock, so this is like a triple lock, which is kind of ridiculous. But what you have to do is loosen the top here. You take a screwdriver and you loosen this peg, and then what happens is you can slide the string through and then clamp the peg down, so you don't need to wind it at all. So I don't have to do like the ball through that. I could just do like the string and maybe wrap it once and then lock it and then go through here. So be careful with the tuners that you order. If you have a non-locking system, if you don't have a Floyd Rose, it's a standard trim, these are really great. But for me, it's like overkill. I don't need locking tuners on a Floyd Rose system. It just doesn't make any sense. So be aware of that when you guys, if you're doing like your own build, that you get the right tuners. If you're doing a 540 build or an S470, also remember that this nut here is 43 millimeters. So from this point to this point, 43 millimeters. Make sure you don't get like a 41 or anything like that, because they will sell them to you on Musician's Friend. They're not terribly knowledgeable on the exact specs of most Ibanez necks, especially like a 540 like this. So remember, this is a 43 millimeter locking nut. Also, something to remember is that there's two types of ways that these go on. One, which is this, is 2 bolts in the back. These are just 2 like machine bolts that will go through, and then underneath the locks here, you can actually see between the locks there. That's the top of that nut, and then there's the top of that one there. Camera quality is probably pretty shitty, but that's one way. The other way is that you take the locks off, and then there's 2 screws that go down in here, and they go into the neck, and you wouldn't see any holes in the back. It would just be a straight flat neck, and then the nut would be screwed in through the top here. So remember that when you guys are dealing with a Floyd Rose system and you're trying to find the right one for you. I think this one's called a Shaller, S-H-A-L-L-E-R. I don't have the tree either. Debate if I should get one or not. Oh, excuse me. Screw missing from the truss cover there too. But anyways, the guy didn't send me the screws for the neck. I had to message him. So basically I'm screwed. Pardon the stupid pun. And we are going to now put this aside, because that's all I can do with it right now. I can't do anything more until I get the bolts. So this is a really nice neck. I really love that. Bound frets. Nice. So what we're going to do now, when I come back, oh, come here, socket. So we are going to install this ZR trim into the body, and we will be right back.